this angle is so you get to see more of Les Beautiful Shelves, and we're switching up some of the rooms, so this bottom shelf is like solely dedicated to D&D and RPG stuff. It's kind of messy, but it's all good. More book seeing. That's what you're here for. I want to preface this by saying I have 54 subscribers, and to me that's completely insane. I never thought that I would have 5 subscribers, let alone over 50. And I just want to say a massive thank you to everyone that's subbed and everyone that's commented. And I would like to ask you to please comment more so I can get to know you guys, because that's the whole point why I joined BookTube, to share my thoughts and opinions and to get to know people out there like you who are watching this and are interested in books. I would just like to say that I appreciate each and every single one of you. It is absolutely mind-blowing to me, and I just want to give you guys a hug. And my camera is so high up right now, but let's give it a go. Come on, bring it in! Hugs! Was that good for you? I felt the love. Now we have that awkwardness out of the way, I'll get into the reason why I'm here today. As you've already seen by the title of this video, it is Tuesday Talks. Some of you may know, some of you may not know, but Tuesday Talks is a Goodreads group where people post discussions and you just get to talk about things bookish. This Goodreads group was started by Janie and Janelle. I found out about this group by watching Christy's videos, and she is What's Christy Reading here on YouTube. I will leave a link. It's open to everyone, so come on and join us. The water's lovely. I will leave a link in the thing, obviously. The reason why I joined this group is because I enjoyed watching Christy's videos, and it was just another way for me to talk to other people who enjoy books and want to talk more about that topic. I just want to talk to you more. So in advance, sorry about that. So the title of this Tuesday Talks discussion is Share Some of Your Unusual or Underrated Books. I have a few for this, a few of them are audiobooks, so I'm gonna mosey on this way so I can do some fancy editing work and put some pictures in. I'll do underrated books first, and one of my most underrated books is it's a trilogy, and I love this trilogy. It completely blew my mind. I loved it so much. I have them on audiobook and I really want to get them in physical copy, but they're about £12 each with a 10% discount on each book. And that is the Guards of the Shadowland series by Sarah Fine. I will not be able to do the summary of this series or even the first book justice in any way, shape or form, but this series is amazing. I can't tell you how much I love the series. So good, and no one is talking about it on BookTube. A couple of months ago I even researched it to see if anyone has actually done a review on these books, and I think there's about 2-3 videos that are actually talking about Sanctum. But honestly, there really needs to be more people reading this series. If you like YA, just do it. Please do it. I will be rereading these and actually doing a full review on this series, but that's not going to happen just yet. Because it's been so long since I read the series, I don't know if I would actually tell you spoiler aspects of it, because obviously I've read the entire trilogy and it was a while ago, so I can remember the grand scheme of story and what happens, but I can't remember in which book. Please go Goodreads Sanctum by Sarah Fine and pick it up if you can. It is so good. So good. The next underrated series for me personally is the How to Train Your Dragon series by Cressida Cowell. If you guys haven't read these books, there are 2 movies about it, but they are so different. Again, I have all these on audio. I do want to get the entire set in physical copy. The audio is read by David Tennant, and he does all the voices, and he is absolutely amazing at reading these audiobooks. In the actual book series, Toothless can talk, and he is a small dragon, not a riding dragon. So if you enjoyed the movies, I suggest that you go read the books. It is really, really nice to not just see emotion in Toothless's face, it's actually nice to hear his thoughts. It is personally one of the best children's series I have read. I love it. The next underrated book I have for you is Nightmares by Jason Segel and Kirsten Miller. I was in Asda and I saw this, was intrigued, pulled it off the shelf, saw Jason Segel, and I was like, that's that guy from How I Met Your Mother. So obviously, I read the blurb, looked it up on Goodreads, looked it up on Amazon to see if it was cheaper on Amazon. It wasn't. I kind of had to get this, if not just for it being Jason Segel who plays Marshall on the show How I Met Your Mother. It just seems like a really interesting concept. And the second one is out, but I don't have it yet because I've only ever seen it in paperback, and obviously this one is hardback. If it's a set and I've got the first one in hardback, I would like to continue in that fashion. You get me, you understand. Instead of me trying to explain this one, I will just read you the blurb. The witch smiled, and Charlie could see the rotten nubs of her teeth. Oh, I think we both know that I'm not your worst nightmare. There's another nightmare out there that scares you much more than I do. Isn't there, Charlie? Charlie's whole body went numb. The other one was never to be mentioned out loud. The other one was 1,000,000 times more terrifying than the witch. I picked it up on a whim and I ended up really, really enjoying it, and that's why I think it's an underrated book. And if you've been here for a while, you will probably know that I find this series one of the best series that I read when I was younger, and now rereading. I just love this series, and a lot of you know like Catherine Applegate by the Animorph series or The One and Only Ivan. She is the author of this series and it is wonderful and amazing, and if you want to hear me talk about how much I love these books, please check previous videos. That's not shameless self-promotion, it's just the fact that people that have been here from the beginning are like, yeah, we get it, move on. So now on to the unusual books. Without further ado, I give you 300 by Frank Miller and Lynn Varley. This encompasses issues 1 to 5 of this series. If you have seen the movie 300, that's pretty much it. And basically this book is rather large. Let's give you the scale of a normal sized paperback against this thing. It is huge. So yeah, this one, it's unusual because of its size. The weird awkward book that doesn't fit on a shelf, ladies and gentlemen. Next! As I mentioned in my November TBR with Illuminae, I do have this. It's right here. This is by J.J. Abrams and Doug Dorst. Take it out of the sleeve. The sleeve is very important. They actually have the book, which is The Ship of Theseus, by the imaginary author of V.M. Straka. I don't actually know what the story is about because I haven't read it yet. It's kind of like 2 books in one, because there is a mystery with either the author or within the book, or encompassing both. These 2 college students read this book, the mystery that they're trying to solve. They kind of end up talking to each other about it within the book. It has them writing back and forth to each other about things that they've found or discovered within the book. But not only do they leave notes to each other, they actually leave things that they've found and leave those within the pages, and they correspond to those pages and things like that. Like this lovely photocopied document, which is in a language I don't know, but it has been magically translated for you. The whole book is filled with this kind of stuff. You've got to read the book itself and then go back again and read what these two people have been writing back and forth to each other, and using the clues and things, solve the mystery along with them, I guess. But I will read it at some point because it is in my UBC jar. Oh, Stitch Mug. For the next unusual book, we have Deep Blue, the first book in the Waterfire saga, by Jennifer Donnelly. The font is blue. And normally you don't get coloured fonts in books. The second one in this series has got a purple font, and that's why I think it's unusual. My next unusual book is Don't Even Think About It by Sarah Mlynowski. The reason why I think this is unusual is because something happens within this book and an entire homeroom class, barring 4 people, I can't actually remember the number, can actually read each other's minds. And a lot of the narrative is told in people's heads, and it's really interesting because you know how you think one thing and say another, or think one thing and word it better. A lot of that is actually in here. I don't want to spoil it because it is such an interesting story. Goodreads it. If it sounds like it's for you, pick it up and read it. You will not be sorry. That is all the unusual and underrated books I have for you. I have no idea what this was. I just felt like feeling fabulous for a second. Now that's done. This was my first ever Tuesday Talks discussion video, so please be kind. If you like this video, give it a thumb. As I said at the beginning of this video, please leave a comment. Tell me what you think about the strange and unusual books that I have chosen. If you have strange and unusual books, give me suggestions on underrated books, things that you find interesting. Just leave it all down there. It's there for you. And if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button for free hugs and free craziness. As always, the shirt I'm wearing today is this one. That's all for today, guys. I will see you tomorrow. Bye. I have shamed myself. Just in case I completely forgot that part, because I can't remember anything. Ugh. Sorry, I got too excited and ran at you. Hug me! Yeah, because that's not creepy. Title is this. Down. Moving right along. Brain fart. Excitable hands. Dancing phalanges. I've already forgotten. You can go home now. Bye. Steady. Nope. It's gone. Ow. It fell on my foot. It hurts. Ow. You could have at least fell on the foot that I can't feel anything in. But no!